Mark Heckman, and talking a little bit about our farm. And our farm is kind of a unique situation. It's a partnership. My brothers and my mom got in a farming partnership in the 80s, 1984. So we're probably second generation here in Iowa, where my dad worked in town. And so we bought 60 acres, and it's grown up to be a partnership of a modest sized farm where we have corn, soybeans in a rotation. And then we've got cattle and hogs. I have cattle personally, and then the hogs, etc. So we're trying to really integrate all pieces that make it a sustainable farm. We rely heavily on no-till cover crops, and any place that we can, we try to just be as efficient as possible and not touch the ground and let Mother Nature do the work. So we do have some CRP. It lies in Muscatine County, right alongside of the Cedar River. So we have watershed and water quality and a lot of areas that we touch that are a little bit more nature sensitive. And so we really have to be focused on what we're doing with the soil. And we watch for erosion, both wind erosion and water erosion. So we weren't always that way. We always really wanted to be as efficient. My dad being in manufacturing, he really said, touch things once and that's it. And try to make it so that you're doing things as efficient as possible. So in the 80s, we were out there trying to put attachments on the planter to make it so that we till it and do everything all with one score, and the planter would be hooked on behind the cultivator, and we'd have the sprayer right attached to the back of that as well. But more recently, and with technology, the way it's improved, we have really adjusted. 2014, I think, was probably our biggest adjustment to no-till and biggest adjustment to more sustainable practices. My son came back to the farm, and we needed somebody to be on the farm on a more routine basis. And as he came back to the farm, he said, I want to make sure that we're doing things more sustainably. And at that time, we were practicing a little bit of no-till, but more so it was corn, bean rotation. And so we were no-tilling our corn in some cases, but for the most part, we'd hit it with a one-pass tillage tool, and then we'd plant. But with Joe, we came and we put cover crops in. We did a trial with Soil Health Partnership, and we started with 40 acres. Today, our entire farm, corn and soybeans both, we're putting cover crops on, and it's rye. And I'm not going to say the cover crops are for everybody, but for our farm, cover crops have made it so that our yields have stabilized. We've developed a microbial ecosystem, or a microbiome, I guess, that is really, the microbiome is really working well in the soil. Our yields have stabilized. Some of that's attributable to the hybrids, but we're really focused on letting the soil do that work. And so 100% no-till as well. And what we do from a management standpoint, we put strip till in any place that we're using nitrogen on the corn, we're strip tilling in. And so that is our only tillage spot, that 4 to 6 inches where the corn is going to be planted, and the rest of it is untouched. It's been a lot of fun watching our farm grow. 2017, my son, he left the farm. So now we're actually trying to do things even more efficient, plan for that succession and that next level of management. So that's got me more engaged on the farm, and also working in the carbon space for a company that is actually helping farmers to monetize carbon. So our operation is unique. Again, my brothers help in the operation. I have 2 brothers that come and help us on the farm. And we sometimes don't always agree on the practices that get done. But as we have moved forward, they're starting to see the buy-in and how stable our yields are, and how well the farm is performing implementing these environmental practices.